Hi, welcome back to another edition of Max and Nicky 1000th Time Reactions.
On this episode, we're going to be listening to Supertramp's Goodbye Stranger.
It's actually one of our favorite songs of all time, probably just maybe one of the most perfect pop rock songs of all time, I think.
It really is a well-written,
well-produced, but we'll talk about that more after we listen to it. But before we do, just wanted to remind you all, if you don't already know, that we have another channel called Max and Nicky on which we perform oldies, tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein.
And we got some comedy videos on there as well.
So check that out. But in the meantime, let's listen to Goodbye Stranger by Supertramp.
It was an early morning yesterday. I was up before the dawn, and I really have enjoyed my stay, but I must be moving on. Like a king without a castle, like a queen without a throne, I'm an early morning lover, and I must be moving on. Now I believe in what you say is the undisputed truth, but I have to have things my own way to keep me in my youth. Like a ship without an anchor, like a slave without a chain, just the thought of those sweet ladies as they shiver through my veins. And I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few.
Goodbye, stranger. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Glad to see you. Point of view. Hope your dreams will all come true. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Feel no sorrow. Feel no shame. Come tomorrow. Feel no pain.
Sweet devotion, it's not for me. Just give me motion, set me free. The land and the ocean, far away. Life I've chosen every day. So goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Now some they do and some they don't, and some you just can't tell. And some they will and some they won't, but some it's just as well. You can laugh at my behavior, that'll never bother me. Say the devil is my savior, but I don't pay no heed. And I will go on shining, it's shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few.
Just a song that makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It just makes you feel real good.
You know, that's a
It's
song
so
that
good.
we first found out about when we were in high school.
Yeah, through some friends of ours. Yeah.
actually. You know,
And then
those friends
subsequently
actually
heard it on the
introduced-
radio a lot.
Sure, yeah. But those friends actually introduced us to some good music like
Yeah,
Electric Light
like
Orchestra.
Electric Light
and
Orchestra. Yeah.
Supertramp. But
Supertramp,
that song, there's so much going on. Again, we've heard this song thousands of times.
But it makes you
But
feel
when
so
you
good
listen to
every
it,
time
when
listen to
when you focus on actually paying attention to every single part, there's some really cool things that you discover that you might not have heard before.
Oh, I mean, maybe you haven't heard before, but
But there was something going on the last chorus. Something going on in this ear. I don't even know what it was. But
Oh,
was
it sounds like there was an acoustic strumming going on.
maybe that's what
There was
it
an
was.
acoustic guitar strumming along. I love that kind of build up of the, first of all, I love the falsetto, singers, and you get the falsetto singers coming on over here and towards the center, and then you hear the harmonize. They're harmonizing with themselves in the left ear if you take a listen too, which
Well,
is
it's
kinda
interesting how many things actually, when the song first starts, a lot of it is just in the center, except there's some reverb going on the sides.
Cool. And what a cool, great, like kind of keyboard line, it's a real
Sure, but well, hold on. Things start in the center, but as things build up, they slowly start introducing other layers on the sides, as opposed to the middle.
sure.
Which is cool. But man, I mean, yes, when the keyboard comes in and also
And you got the
organ
as well. The organ really kind of brings it.
what-
It starts to pick
when
up some dynamic
that second
energy.
time or that third time when they go "Choo," and then it like the guitar turns into the organ, da, 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 and like does a descending kind of thing. I don't know.
And they even threw some whistling in there too.
Sure, yeah, that whistling solo. We know that one by heart, right?
Well, yeah, it's not very long.
I mean, the guitar solo at the end is really great too. It's a great.
And they really leaned into that wah wah pedal.
Sure, it's really cool. I mean, even like the second time around with the verse after the first chorus, you hear the sort of rhythmic part on the electric guitar going.
Sure.
It's like just doing that on with a pick.
Yeah, right. That's neat. That's
Pretty
a neat
cool
part,
effect.
too. I mean, there's a lot going on here, and I gotta say, it's a real good pop tune.
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite Supertramp song, and
You can see why
got a
the
lot of-
album that it's on Breakfast in America.
they got some hits on there. The Logical song.
You can see why it went to #1 on the Billboard charts.
It's a great song.
can see why.
That'll do it for today's episode of Goodbye Stranger. That'll do it for today's
this
episode.
edition. Well, not today. We also have some other ones coming out today. But
Well, yeah, but that'll do it for this edition of Max and Nicky 1000 Time Reactions. Make sure to subscribe and hit that post notification bell to find out about more reaction videos from us, Max and Nicky.
and until then, tune in next time.